Once we come out of the countdown, the ground launch sequencer will be controlling. 10 seconds.
The countdown clock will resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark.
T-minus 9 minutes and counting.
GLS auto sequence has been initiated.
Computers in the firing room now controlling. They will hand off to Endeavor's computers at T-minus 31 seconds.
PLT OTC connect to central buses to fuel cells per your checklist.
OTC, PLT, that's in work.
The crew access arm will be retracted in about 30 seconds.
GLS's go for orbiter access arm retract.
Endeavor OTC, we celebrate your international mission as you expand the station into our first global village in space.
Okay, Endeavor copies.
That was orbiter test conductor Jeff Loffer from United Space Alliance. We'll be going into the pre-start of the auxiliary power units. The pilot will be commanded to do that task in about half a minute.
KLPS OTC, start APU display recorders. KLPS, you copy? JRPS copy, recorders running. PLT OTC, perform APU pre-start.
OTC, PLT, that's in work. OTC, PLT, APU pre-start complete, 3 gray talkbacks.
Copy.
APUs will be started at T-minus 5 minutes in less than 30 seconds. We'll be starting the data recorders here in the firing room at that time and arming the solid rocket booster safe and arm devices. T-minus 5 minutes and counting.
GLS's go for orbiter APU start.
PLT OTC, perform APU start.
OTC, PLT, that's in work.
CDR OTC, reconfigure heaters.
CDR, Wilco.
Terminating LOX replenishment at this time, starting liquid oxygen drain back. be starting the final main engine helium purge of the main engines.
APU start is complete, and the heater reconfig is also complete.
Copy.
GLS's go for purge sequence 4.
That's the main engine helium purge. Starting the orbiter aerosurface profile test of the flight controls. And in less than 10 seconds, we'll be configuring the main engines. We'll be putting the engines through a steering check before we put them in start position. See them now going through a gimbal check or a steering test. Back now in the start position.
GLS's go for EP LO2 pressurization.
PLT OTC, clear. Caution warning memory. Verify no unexpected errors.
OTC, PLT, that's in work.
About to retract the gaseous oxygen vent arm or the beanie cap.
OTC, PLT, caution and warning memory is clear with no unexpected errors.
Copy. And Endeavor, close and lock your visors and initiate O2 flow.
Endeavor copies visors and O2 flow. Thanks.
GLS's go for EP LH2 pressurization.
Minute, 30 seconds.
Still showing no constraints to launch. T-minus 1 minute and counting. Final steering check of the solid rocket booster commands is being performed. Turning off the SRB joint heaters. Closing the liquid oxygen and LH2 fill and drain valves. Coming up on the handoff to Endeavor. T-minus 31 seconds. The handoff has occurred.
Auto sequence start.
25. 20.
SRB nozzle gimbal check. Arming the firing chain now. Sound suppression water system is armed. Rain safety systems armed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff of Endeavor, going where east and west do meet at the International Space Station.
Houston now controlling.
Houston, Endeavor, roll program.
Roger, roll, Endeavor.
The roll maneuver is complete. Endeavor is in a heads-down position on course for a 51.6 degree, 136 by 36 statute mile orbit. The Florida coast gets an early sunrise as Endeavor heads out on a course to intercept the International Space Station in a day and a half.
Endeavor, your go at throttle up. There's no action on the left RCS messages. We'll have words later.
Go at throttle up. Copy, no action on the RCS message mass.
Endeavor's heading out 51,000 feet in altitude, 10 miles from the Kennedy Space Center, downrange 11 miles. Three hydraulic systems in good shape, as are the electricity producing fuel cells. Three good main engines at 104% of rated thrust. Coming up on staging, the burnout of these twin solid rocket boosters at 2 minutes 5 seconds. SRB separation confirmed. The onboard guidance system has done its job of settling out and any of the dispersions introduced at booster separation. Endeavor is 50 miles from the Kennedy Space Center at an altitude of 200,000 feet or 38 miles, traveling 3,900 miles per hour.
Endeavor, 2-engine Zaragoza.
2-engine Zaragoza.
Three good main engines, but Endeavor can reach Zaragoza in Spain in the event of a single engine failure. Time 3 minutes into the flight. Endeavor is traveling 4,300 miles per hour, 82 miles from the Kennedy Space Center at an altitude of 48 miles. All systems aboard the shuttle are in good shape. The three main engines still at 104% of rated thrust. Three good hydraulic systems and fuel cells producing electricity for the vehicle. 3.5 minutes into the flight, Endeavor is 115 miles downrange at an altitude of 55 miles or approaching 300,000 feet.
Endeavor, negative return.
Endeavor is negative return.
Endeavor for Dom, the FES is shut down. We'll take step 1 of evap out T high.
Evap out T high, step 1.
Endeavor can no longer return to the Kennedy Space Center in the event of an engine failure, but all three are in good shape. Crew performing a procedure to recover the flash evaporator system. That's no issue for launch. The vehicle is 214 miles downrange.
Endeavor, press to ATO.
Endeavor copies. Press to ATO.
Endeavor can reach orbit on 2 engines should one fail. However, all three are still at full throttle. Time 5 minutes, 20 seconds into the flight. Endeavor is 294 miles downrange at an altitude of 67 miles.
Endeavor, single engine ops 3.
Endeavor, single engine ops 3.
Endeavour, press to MECO and single engine Zaragoza 104.
Endeavour, press MECO, single engine Zaragoza 104.
Endeavour can reach a safe orbit on 2 engines now as the vehicle is rolling to a heads-up position for good communications through the tracking and data relay satellite system.
Endeavour, your shutdown plan is nominal. You're a go for the plus X, no go for the pitch.
And go for the plus X.
Six minutes 45 seconds into the flight, Endeavour is 486 miles from the Kennedy Space Center at an altitude of 65 miles.
Endeavour, single engine press 104.
Endeavour, single engine press 104.
And Endeavour can reach orbit on 1 engine should 2 fail at this point, but all 3 are still performing well.
Okay, Jim, thanks.
Flash evaporator system operating in its backup or standby or secondary system. All cooling on board in good shape. Hydraulic systems, fuel cells also in good shape. 7 minutes 30 seconds into the flight, standing by for throttling to maintain the 3 times gravity on the vehicle and the crew on board. Endeavour is traveling 16,000 miles per hour, downrange 780 miles, altitude 64 miles. Standing by for main engine cutoff confirmation. Main engine cutoff confirmed. Standing by for separation from the external tank. Endeavour flying away from the external tank. The new flash system illuminating the external tank as the orbiter moves away from...
Nominal MECO, ohms 1 is not required.
Endeavour copies. Ohms 1 not required.
And Dom, we have no follow-ups for you at this time for evap out T-high or left RCS jets.
Endeavour copies. Thanks, Jim.
Flight Director Brian Lunny polling his ascent team for any deltas to the ascent checklist. Now that Endeavour is safely on orbit,